Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 583, and it is your review of The Dance of Reality. As always, this is the Nerd Chick on here to host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
Hi everyone. Ro didn't totally just show us before anything. Nope, he didn't do that.
You know, there's a great incentive to being part of the Patreon where you get this live before anybody else gets to see it
You're gonna see us fuck up
and
all the time.
unedited because now I have to edit this because I messed up. Because I forgot to put the starting soon. Okay? So now I gotta edit.
Whoopsies. Oopsies.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Wait, we
Brad,
actually edit these shows?
yeah, I actually do now, Brad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not
Whenever
know
we
that.
have mess ups like that, or like I get up from my chair and you don't want to keep talking, so you just leave a long pause in there.
Yeah, I just stare at the camera like this.
Yeah. But hello, Brad. We're here after Memorial Day because we took that
Woo.
day off. So now we're back. We're here to conclude our Alejandro Jodorowsky Month
Woo.
as we discuss the final film in our selection, The Dance of Reality. And yeah, what's up, Brad? How are you?
I'm sleepy. Need a nap.
You're sleepy?
I'm sleepy. I dug a ditch yesterday.
Oh yeah, I know. You were telling me that, right?
Yeah, because my driveway always gets washed out, so I'm trying to like not have that happen. So I finally have the
Yeah.
tools to do that. So I was out
Yeah.
there for 8 hours doing manual labor.
Shit, man. Understandable. Understandable. I just went to work today. That's it.
Well, I went to
And
work
I
too, but I came home
recorded,
early because I'm like, I'm tired.
yep, recorded an episode of Cinema Condition and
What you talk about?
Interstellar.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
Yep, somebody finally chose it, man.
I like that movie.
Yeah, don't worry. Your episode on Jackie Brown is coming up soon, Brad.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we're gonna have to
When is
do
that?
that one. It's not for another couple weeks that I have to
Okay.
record it. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll let you know. Don't worry.
All right.
Uh, but yeah,
Please do. Otherwise, I'll forget.
yeah, I know. But
Y'all don't know. I'm messaging this man like when our show goes off. Like, what's the next movie?
yeah,
I know you said it,
I
but I don't
can't believe I
remember.
finally got this man to use Slack. Like that thing's been available to him for a while now, and now he decided to finally use it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is actually kind of useful. So,
But even then, if I put the fucking schedule up, he still would ask me, "What's the movie?"
well, if you put the schedule up, I might actually look at the schedule in Slack now.
Oh, okay. Well,
If there's a schedule, I might actually look at it.
yeah. Stacy, what's up, Stacy? The dance of reality surprisingly wasn't the safety dance. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No. But yes, this episode is available live and early to everybody who is a patron at the $1 tier and above over at patreon.com/tnerdcore. If you want to go ahead and get involved with that, go over to patreon.com/tnerdcore and pledge to the $1 tier. So that way you can get access to this episode and other episodes of the main show live and early before anybody else gets to watch it. Yes, and you will see our fuck up in the beginning. So that's pretty cool too. I just looked at it like, oh shit. Oh.
Speaking
Speaking
of
of
Jackie
Jackie
Brown,
Brown,
go
nice,
ahead.
nice of the folks at the Barbie movie to let Tarantino have input in their latest trailer. I haven't seen it yet, man.
I haven't seen it.
Is it the feet? Yeah,
So
you talking
many
about the feet?
feet. Is there
Yeah,
feet?
I'm pretty sure there was feet. 100% sure there was feet.
I
But
mean, I mean, at least there's feet because we know there's not genitalia because it's a Barbie movie.
yeah, yeah. Though, all right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and say this before we go on. Um, the movie looks good, but I don't know the fascination with the Barbie movie. I'm sorry. I'll put that right now. Like I don't get where everybody's like just dying for this movie to come out. And like I don't
I
know why
don't.
everyone's like so like
Is it
obsessed with
like?
it.
Is it because '80s is kind of in again? Is that? I mean, I don't.
I don't know.
Guys, '80. I mean, '90s were better. So maybe it's kind of the '80s, late '80s, early '90s thing.
I don't know.
Everybody
Everybody and their
wishing it was
mom
the
is
90s again.
so fucking excited for the Barbie movie.
Man, I'm excited for goddamn Oppenheimer because
Yeah.
that motherfucker created a whole whole
A
bomb
nuclear bomb.
and made a nuclear bomb and set it off. I kind of want
Yeah.
to see that in a theater.
So I need to know what this is gonna look like.
So, what goes behind Christopher? I want Christopher Nolan to direct a Godzilla movie because I'm pretty sure he would make the Godzilla. He would
Yeah.
create Godzilla.
Yeah. My God, I don't know, Brad. That it just sounds like wild and like something that Christopher Nolan would actually do.
Can I just say, when I first read that, I'm like, nah, nah. Like, I get like the airplane, sure, like sure, I get, but a whole nuclear bomb, no, no way. This
Yep.
motherfucker out here doing the goddamn horror shows. Do you have to sign a waiver to be on his like crew? Like,
I have no idea, man. That is a really good question to ask, man. But yeah, we're here to do this movie, and I am what's it called? I don't know, Brad. This has been a month, right, Brad?
been a weird month. Been
Yeah,
a rough month.
Brad. I can confidently say now, I will never take David Lynch for granted. Now, I don't think I've ever seen movies like this before in my whole life.
I mean, you, like, I go back and I think of Eraserhead. When I first saw Eraserhead, I was like, man, this is really fucking weird. And now that I think
No.
about it back, I'm like, Eraserhead was pretty fucking good. And not at all like it. Like, Lynch didn't get as weird as like someone could.
Yeah, yeah. Lynch isn't as. I'm starting to think that Lynch is pretty tame.
Yeah,
Um,
Lynch is kind of tame. Like,
yeah,
like
that's
you
not
never
bad.
thought you would say that. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to destroy Tokyo again. It just didn't feel right to film on the soundstage. It's especially since Godzilla wouldn't fit.
Yeah, that is not a man in a rubber suit. That is an actual fucking
Dino-
giant dinosaur lizard monster.
Yup.
That's a kaiju.
Yup. But Brad, we are gonna do our duty here, and we're gonna go ahead and get it ready with this because we have this last movie to talk with them, with everybody in the public. We got one
Woo!
more for the mini
One more
pod.
mini pod
Yep.
for those on Patreon.
Yep. Those on Patreon. Yep. But we'll talk more about that at the end. But in the meantime, now, if you have not watched The Dance of Reality and you care about spoilers, then you should probably get out of here. But if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen The Dance of Reality, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Brad, this is your pick. So
Indeed, it
take it away.
was. Coming from our one and only source, Wikipedia, The Dance of Reality is a 2013 Chilean-French semi-autobiographical musical fantasy drama film. Holy crap! It was everything. This film was everything and nothing at the same time.
All at
Written,
once.
produced, and directed by Alejandro Jodorowsky, starring Brontis Jodorowsky, Pamela Flores, and Jeremiah Herskovitz. It is Alejandro Jodorowsky's first film in 23 years. The film screened at Directors Fortnight during 2013 Cannes Film Festival. The film is based on an earlier work by Jodorowsky, first published in Spanish under the title Le Danza de la Realidad.
Realidad.
How do you say that last part?
Realidad.
No, the part after that.
Oh. What? Oh, sorry, Brad. I
Psycho
don't have it up, but oh,
Psychomagia,
Psychomagia.
Psychomagia y Psicochamanismo? Chamanismo?
Hold on, I got you, Brad. Don't worry.
I don't speak Spanish.
La danza de la realidad, psicomagia y wow, oh wow, psicocamanismo,
Okay. Is there
psicocamanismo.
is that an actual like word, or is he just making shit up?
We're about to find out, man. Live on
Google
air.
Translate.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Anyways,
about to
while
find.
Raul looks that up, screenplay was by Alejandro Jodorowsky. It is cinematography by Jean Marie Drehu Dreju. Edited by Marilyn Monteau. Music by Ayden Jodorowsky. And running time of 133 minutes. Budget $3 million. Box office $558,636. Jodorowsky was not known to make money.
Yeah. So psicocamanismo is, I think it actually might be psicochamanismo, but I'm not sure yet. Um
Is that like psycho machismo? Is that like
so my I'm gonna try to translate this to you, Brad. Um are the practices of cures for urban people. Um it's not witchcraft and doesn't use superstitions. It's centered on
corporal
corporate
punishment?
corporate problems. Um, actuar con
That
metáforas
doesn't
con.
help anything at all.
Yeah, I have no idea how to explain this to you, Brad.
Okay, we will move on and maybe figure that out later. But Stacy says, which genre did you want this film to be? All of them. And IMDb, we got some trivia. Again, this is his first movie in 23 years. The film's cast and crew feature a number of Alejandro Jodorowsky's family members. His son Brontis Jodorowsky plays Jaime. Ayden Jodorowsky plays the anarchist and composed the music for the film. Axel Jodorowsky plays Theosophus. Is this all of his sons?
Yeah,
Damn. Pascal Montandon Jodorowsky, Alejandro's wife, designed the costumes for the film. Alejandro Jodorowsky directed, wrote, produced, and portrayed himself in the film. Early in the movie, Sarah, Pamela Flores, refers to her son Alejandro, Jeremias Herskovitz, as her father. This relationship is mirrored by Brontis Jodorowsky, the actor who plays Jaime, Alejandro's father, who is actually Alejandro Jodorowsky's son. Regarding the scene where the mother paints her naked son with black ink, plays hide and seek with him, and then agrees naked for him to paint her, director Alejandro Jodorowsky said he would like Jeremias Herskovitz as well as Pamela Flores to be totally nude. The father of the young actor, who works in a school, pleaded with Jodorowsky not to do it because he was afraid he would be fired. So the director decided to shoot the scene with Herskovitz wearing shorts. Thank the Lord.
yeah.
That
They don't
scene,
do it like they do it in
you
the
know, you,
70s,
you
Alejandro.
know, one Bergman film where we saw the one penis at the very start fails
Oh
in
yeah.
comparison to any of these fucking films.
Fucking what's it called? Persona.
Yeah,
Persona.
Persona. Like Persona,
Yeah,
you just get the penis up front in the very beginning, and that's it.
yeah,
Jodorowsky, you get it throughout the entirety of all the films. I
dude.
literally watched a man pee on a radio.
I
That's
still
where I'm at in
remember it.
life.
I
I'm here
still
reviewing
remember
movies
it.
where a man pees on a radio,
Not a lot of them.
and it's not a triple X movie.
No.
And by that, I don't mean Xander Cage. I mean
Yeah, the other
the
one.
flesh tones.
Flesh tones. All right, Brad. So let's go ahead and open it up here. Do you want to go first, or you want to send it to me?
I mean, I can go first with my idea.
What are your initial thoughts on the Dance of Reality, Brad?
For okay, so Alejandro, this has been a weird month in our movie reviews for sure. This is probably one of the more eclectic, surreal filmmakers I think we've ever seen. And this was the least weird out of all the weird fucking movies. That's what I gotta say. This one, like, I don't know. I think he got mellow like 23 years on. It's definitely not up there for me for Holy Mountain. I think it might be right there with Santa Sangre. I think Santa Sangre, like I said, like we reviewed, if you go back to review, he really dropped it at the end there for that movie. This movie, I mean, it was. I gotta give it to Jodorowsky. You definitely don't look away from this film, otherwise you're completely fucking lost.
Yeah. Well, so like, yeah, there's a lot in this. This movie's a lot, bro. Stacy says, still the best way to deal with right wing talk radio.
Rush Limbaugh was on. Piss.
Piss. So so this movie, there's a lot going on in this movie, man.
Can you tell him that? First off, there's a lot going on in all of this man's movies. Some
Yeah,
there's only been one movie, that's El Topo, where I feel like he didn't really go in there with a coherent story and was just throwing shit at the wall. The rest of these kind of had some plot device behind it, some story behind it that he was trying to tell. This one, I don't think like Holy Mountain is very like it's easy to figure out what he's saying in that. This one, it's a little more vague here and there, but there's still, he's still talking about the issues of dictatorship, of you know when you believe in people like Stalin, you're going to fall into the entrapment of believing in other people that you didn't necessarily think you were going to believe in.
yeah. So I like this movie. I'll go ahead and get that right out of the way.
It's very colorful.
Yeah, this is Jodorowsky in the digital age, by the way. This is him in digital. This is not film. What's it called? Film stock.
No,
So you're gonna miss out on a lot of what makes his movies look really like interesting, at least. Like,
like 70s surreal acid trip.
yeah, but I still really like the look of this, man. Like, I really dug this movie's, what's it called, the composition, the what's it called, the set design, the costumes. They're all pretty damn good. But I would say that I put this a little bit above Santa Sangre, because at least in this movie, I really do understand what Hodorowski's talking about here. He's just talking about his life. He's
Well,
talking about
yeah,
what
I
happened.
mean, so I watched this with Brenda,
Yeah,
and she's like, "What is going?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure this is his life, but my guess is somewhat exaggerated. I'm
somewhat
hoping,
exaggerated,
like,
because
like, like, because
Brad,
yeah, what?
his parents were circus. They worked in the circus.
Well, his father was a merchant, and I'm guessing
Yeah,
he worked in a circus because that's
yeah.
where they
They
started
both
this film
worked in the
off.
circus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hoping his mother didn't sing the whole fucking time, like when she spoke. Otherwise, like, I love my mother, but if she just sung at me the whole goddamn time my entire life, I would have to throat punch her. That's
yeah.
just how it goes.
Which, by the way, we also have to put this out there, Brad. This man is 94 years old.
Hodorowski?
94.
Well, today. In today's
Yes.
time, not back in 2013.
No, no. In 2003 he was
Okay.
probably 80 some, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But um, this man's seen a lot. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
He
mean,
was there
he's talking
for
about fucking Stalin in this movie.
Stalin. He was there for the brutal dictatorship of Chile.
Yeah,
Um,
Ibanez, like,
he was there for it all. He was there for it all. Um, there's a lot that's going on, but he's obviously doesn't know any other way to express it that's not within the realms of his surrealist kind of filmmaking style. And I appreciate that a lot, because he's sticking to himself. He's sticking to what he knows how to do.
I mean,
Um,
but at the same time, I literally went to look up shit. Like, I'm like, was there an assassination attempt on Ibanez? And you go look it up, and there literally is a Herbert Hoover, like, one sentence saying, "Sorry, somebody tried to assassinate you," in a letter he sent to Ibanez. It literally just says it. "Sorry, somebody tried to assassinate you, but I'm glad you're okay." I'm like, what the
oh
fuck?
my god, man. Um, but
But I couldn't find any info. Oh, if it was at a dog show.
yep. Uh, but man, I'm trying to piece together my words here, because there's a lot, man. It's a lot, because you know his father in this film is such an asshole,
He's a
man.
tyrant. It's like his mom said. He
Tyrant,
was a
man.
tyrant because that's who he looked up to, was tyrants.
Yeah. He treats his kid like shit. He treats his wife like shit. And it's not until he finally sees the error of his ways, and when they make him to what's it called, go and get tortured and stuff, he realizes like, oh man, like
and
I've
it,
made life a
well,
living
and
hell.
I mean, it's he like has real issues with those who are crippled in the beginning of this film, and he in turn becomes crippled.
Yep.
And it takes the kindness of an old carpenter of all people to like get him through. And not only that, it's that old carpenter and that his love for that old carpenter, where that's why he ends up getting tortured because they want to know who the fuck Don Jose is. And he basically keeps saying Don Jose is your mother.
Yep. Donald says everybody.
Yeah.
It's your mother, your father, your child. Yep. But like his father's also a hypocrite. I have to bring this up too. Like he gets with his other communist friends and they're talking about like, oh, poor the there's he's singing the Internationale, which is like the anthem of the of what's it called, of Soviet Russia. Let's
Yeah.
talk
Well,
about like the poor
and
working
also
class standing
well,
up
and
and united.
also throughout the beginning of this film, he's telling his son, "Ah, don't be homosexual, none of that."
Yeah,
And then he's sitting there drinking and having a good time with, you know,
homosexual.
homosexuals and drag queens and all that. And it's like, dude, like, why are you the way you are? You fucking asshole.
You fucking asshole. Yeah, and he's just like he's talking about like, oh, how the poor people will be liberated and stuff, and it's like, but then when your kid gives another poor kid shoes, you're
You
mad.
get all fucking all pissed off. And then he goes to give the poor water and they eat his donkey. And I'm just like, oof.
Yeah, that was talk about some karma, Brad.
Whew.
That was a
Like,
karma.
and he's like, well, how will I bring you water tomorrow? They're like, we're hungry now.
You're hungry now, which
And
is
they
a
still left the
really good
donkeys
point.
outside. Like,
Which is a really good point because he went out there not to feed them and give them
no,
water.
no, to show up the other firefighters.
Yeah. So they make a good
He
point.
didn't
It's
go
like,
in there with a heart towards what he should be doing. He went in there through, pride.
yeah. Which that's kind of what this whole film is about. It's about a man with too much pride.
Pride is the devil.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Gotta
But
hold
you know
on.
how he takes it out on his kid, and his kid just feels like he's never enough for his dad.
No, and to the point where he literally cuts this kid's hair off. Although,
Yeah.
to be fair, the mom had some issues and probably needed to deal with that. She has some daddy issues going on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But also, like you also see in this movie, like how much that kid he had to deal with, like some anti-Semitism. Like they all made fun of him for being Jewish. Like
Yeah, I mean, literally, one of the funnier but horrible scenes was when he sees his friend. He's like, "How are you alive?" He's like, "I was his twin, you fucker. We're not friends.
with the
Beat your
dubbing,
ass."
with the dubbing of like some other voice.
Yeah,
And
with
it's
the
the same.
dubbing, it was great. I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah. But he's still like throughout this film, he's talking about tyrants. He's talking about like colonialism as well, and like how it has left people like in just worse situations, like those
I
poor
mean,
people.
he's talking about the idea of God and religion in itself.
Yeah,
How like he literally says it in the first, I think it's hour of this movie, of they all pray to the same God, and his father's like, there is no God, and then
yeah,
it goes from then the mother saves the father from a plague through God, but also she pees on him. So I'm having real issue like dealing with those two aspects of it, of like God worked through her by her peeing on him. Hmm.
yep. Um,
Also, I was hoping for the trivia to let me know, did they do a bladder bag there, or did she just let it rip? I mean, we just,
Brad, that looked a little too real, Brad.
yeah.
I think Brontes got pissed on. Which, you know what, man? Props to you, bro.
Anything for the shot, bro.
Brad, at this point, how much has this man not put his children through to do in these movies? He's like, I've already was naked in one of your first films. Fuck it, let me get pissed on.
I mean, I, I guess if you're going to get peed on, at least it's going to be from an attractive one.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's still like, I just through this movie, I'm just like sitting next to my wife. I'm like, I didn't know. I kind of knew, but at the same time, I've never seen this before, so I didn't know. Like I figured there'd be some penises like going throughout this film, which there were. You know, we've
A
it's
branding. A branding.
oh yeah, there was a branding.
Cattle rod.
There was a cattle prod to the balls of a close up shot of that, which is new. Where the dude pees on the radio and you see everything, dick pissing. This I mean, Hodorowski doesn't know how to like film to not show genitalia, if you know what I mean.
No. No. Jodorowsky really puts it all out there. We wanted realism, so we had to cast the Taco Bell just before we start. Oh my god,
There comes a point where I'm just like, sallow in all regards, kind of tame.
that's it.
Kind of tame. Who knew a movie
Oh,
where they're eating shit would be kind of tame?
oh my god. Yet, like I said, I think the film's good. Um, I think it's too long. I think it needed to be edited down.
Okay.
You really do like this one in more than the others. You really do feel that pace. It drags a good amount in the second act, even though there's a lot of like really interesting stuff that's going down.
I mean,
But it just drags a
I mean,
lot.
I gotta say, he's a good filmmaker. Like
Oh
he knows
yeah,
how to frame his shots, the sets, and the colors and um just the overall look of it is really cool. But is he a weird fucker? Yeah,
100%.
100%. He is one of he might be up there easily one of the weirdest directors we've ever watched on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
anyone who
when
makes
I
David Lynch look tame is like
yeah.
kind of
And
out there.
Brad, we've only seen Eraserhead, Mulholland Drive, and Dune. One of them is disowned by the director.
I mean, Mulholland Drive to me is like a TV movie that ended up. I mean, I'm still wondering why so many critics love Mulholland Drive because I'm like, this is like a TV movie. I don't get it, but a lot of people love that movie.
Yeah,
But I love Eraserhead. Eraserhead's great.
fantastic. We still have all these other David Lynch films that we haven't
Yeah.
watched. We haven't watched The Straight Story, The Elephant Man, uh, Inland Empire, Lost Highway. Like there are other stuff that he's made that is just out there too. But I can say that I have never seen a movie like those that are made by Alejandro Jodorowsky. For better or for worse, I've never seen anything like
No,
this.
I mean Holy Mountain. That might be up there as is it weird? Yeah. But stylistically, that might be one of the coolest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just
Here's
the sets they had to make for that and
yeah.
everything.
And here's something I can confidently say. His movies got better after El Topo.
Yeah.
Way better.
I think he El Topo, you can tell he's figuring out his vision. And
Yeah.
then Holy Mountain, like he got it down pat. Like
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I need a story. I need to talk about something.
Yeah. And that's why like in this one, like even with all the complaints I have about the pacing, I have about the cinematography isn't as great as it was in like his other films,
No.
but he still does a pretty damn good job at it. But
I mean, this is 23 years after,
yeah.
his
It's
last movie.
digital
So
too, bro.
yeah.
It's not gonna look as great.
I still in another timeline, I'm sure in
He
another
made Dune.
world, he made Dune, which fucking had to be something to see.
One of these days we'll do a commentary of that. I have it. We can watch it together. We can watch it,
Yeah.
Brad. But yeah. I think that even though this movie is a little longer than it needs to be, it is dragging in pace. It says all it needs to say. It says it in a more effective manner than El Topo and Santa Sangre towards its end.
I I
And
I, I just I think I really enjoyed those first two parts of Santa Sangre,
yeah,
but this was a complete movie in comparison.
yeah,
But I really enjoyed those two. That's why I think they're kind of on par to each other for me. But this was a complete movie. Like he had a idea that was finished in this
yeah,
movie.
yeah. And because that, like I said, I like this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and come in with my final verdict, a little bit under my score for Holy Mountain, which was like a straight up 8. This is coming under like at least a 7.5 out of 10. I like this movie, and I was really really impressed with how he's able to speak about his life through the use of surrealism. So, with that, what Brad, what is your final verdict on the Dance of Reality?
I think I gave Santa Sangre a 7.25. I think that's what I gave it.
Yeah.
That or 7.5, but I think it was a 7.25. I'll give it the same. So 7.25.
All right, all right. Give or take, right? Whichever one.
I mean, like, this was a complete idea. So it might be a
Yeah,
little above Santa Sangre, but not by much. Just because I really enjoyed the first and second act of that movie.
damn straight. And that concludes our review of The Dance of Reality. We actually have 3 more movies left of his. He has Endless Poetry. We has Psycho Magic, A Healing Art, which is a documentary about his f- form of therapy. Um, the other 2 films he's made, I don't think they're actually available to watch anywhere. But there's Tusk, which he made in India.
Like, not the Kevin Smith, though, right?
No, no.
Okay.
And then there's The Rainbow Thief, which apparently is his movie that was literally like not even like that out there. It's his director for hire movie. Like that's the one that they hired him to make. Like that wasn't even his like.
So he just like I need the bag.
Yeah, it's like I need some money. And he made that one. But the month actually concludes over on Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore at the $5 tier and above. You get access to our mini pod. At that tier,
Yay!
you get an exclusive review of Fondo Elise, which is Alejandro Jodorowsky's first feature film, not feature, Seth Wallens.
Pizza.
Uh,
Seth Wallens, big titty Seth Wallens.
yeah,
If you don't know what
uh,
we're talking about, you need to go listen to our commentary.
yeah, that was a great watch along. Yeah, uh, but yes, go over there. We're gonna be doing that on Thursday, so there's not gonna be a second review up on the public channel. We're gonna be busy over at patreon.com/nerdcore to do that. So of course, we want to ask you all to check us out on our social medias at thenerdcore.com, the nerdcore underscore on Twitter, Instagram at the nerdcore, and of course patreon.com/thenerdcore. And then our Discord link is in our description, so you can talk about Alejandro Jodorowsky with us. And of course, if you're on YouTube, please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any reviews that drop on the channel. And of course, if you're on the audio side of things, leave a 5-star review because we've been having some 5-star reviews, Brad, on this
Have
on
we?
this channel on this month. I'd say these reviews are 5 stars, Brad.
I thought you said we were getting 5-star. I'm like,
No,
really?
no, no. I'm saying these discussions are
Oh
five
no.
stars.
Like y'all need to go listen to Holy Mountain. Like
Yeah,
like we
we
got
did a
into
good
it on
job.
that one.
Yeah, we did a good job on that. So go and check that out. Leave a 5-star review. It helps us out a lot. And of course, we want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters who make this possible, along with our producer Shane. Where can they find Shane, Brad?
You follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedil or go support the suppy god at prisoncityvintage.com. Go buy something right now.
Damn
That
straight.
man's got house payments now.
Yep, yep, yep. And of course, next month we're going to be looking at a filmmaker again. We're doing a second month for somebody else to celebrate the release of Asteroid City. We're doing our second month and looking at the films of Wes Anderson.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be catching up, aren't we? To Wes Anderson. We might come. Are we gonna complete Wes Anderson's films
I I believe so. Yes, Brad.
other than
Asteroid City. Yeah,
Asteroid City?
yeah. Everything most yeah. Well, I mean, after we watch it, yes, every film from Wes Anderson will have a review on this channel
Yeah,
and on Patreon. Yep. Um.
first time for everything.
Yeah. We thought that Tarkovsky might have been or somebody else, but yeah, we're actually gonna finish up Wes
Well, we
Anderson.
knew it wasn't gonna be Alfred Hitchcock.
Nope. No, sir.
Mm-mm.
But also, we will be celebrating Pride Month during the month. We are going to be doing some extra reviews of some LGBTQ plus films. So look forward to that. And of course, because we literally are picking every single movie left in Wes Anderson's repertoire, we're having one. We're gonna actually switch it up. Instead of doing a Wes Anderson film for the commentary, we're actually doing an LGBTQ plus film for the commentary. So, of course, if you would like to see our commentary of Paul Verhoeven's Benedetta, you're going to want to be on the Patreon at patreon.com/nerdcore at the $5 tier.
I
You're going to
mean,
get access to that.
yeah, Stacy, I would love if you came on and watched that with us. Just from the trailer, it's gonna be a fun time.
Yep.
I
The
might have to
Sexy Nun
bring
movie.
some cocktails.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a commentary of the Sexy Lesbian Nun movie.
Eh,
Yep. Nice. Hopefully Bill Murray shows up for the reviews.
he
Yeah.
might. He shows up to random weddings. I don't think Bill Murray has much going on most
Yep.
days.
Most days, right, Brad? But with that said, it's been a wonderful time, y'all. We will see you all next week as we kick off our Wes Anderson month. But in the meantime, Brad, let's go ahead and send him out of here.
Right, Raul, thank you being host as always. Thank you to all of Stacy for joining us in the chat. For those in the future, thank you. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our patron supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And in this episode, I'll just say, don't make old people do 26 jumps. Just doesn't end
No,
well.
no.
Also, I love Don Jose. You
Yep.
can go it out.